Well, with spring well underway now, it's time to get that backyard looking great. And here to share some top trends and features that can turn your outdoor space from dull into dazzling is Patrick Harders of Enlightened Lighting. Welcome back, Patrick. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You have brought just a green garden with you today.
I have.
Wow.
There's a lot of trends that are going on in gardening.
Yeah.
And it's such a popular thing in the DC areas to have a little sanctuary place to get away, have your own private garden that you can work in. And there's so many trends that are going on right now that weren't even available.
Well, let's talk about the plants since they're here and they're staring at me. What are the top trends in plants?
The top trends in plants, grafted plants are very popular. That's where they're merging two plants. The weeping plants that you see,
oh, that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so beautiful. When we put lighting on it, looks great.
What are these? Are these evergreen? These are some kind of an evergreen?
These are evergreen plant. They're
hemlock. It's a hemlock.
These can be put on a grafted plant to actually raise them up higher, and then there's also the topiaries, which are very popular.
Okay, these over here are the topiaries.
Yeah, so
these look like they're trimmed up.
Exactly, they're trimmed up.
And they're we call these pom-pom trees.
Yes, yes.
But what's the real name for this?
That one is one of our evergreen trees.
Oh, it's a juniper.
A juniper, yes. So that's one that you're molding, and it takes time to really work on. The grafted trees are something you could get very quickly, so you have a nice, quick result, something you can enjoy in the first season.
If you're looking for plants for my yard, we need to talk about deer resistant. Is that another thing that you?
That is something always to consider in this area because the deer population is so dense. So what I always recommend is we went to Betty's Azaleas, my wife and I, and we just walked and toured and spoke with the experts and really went through what plants are popular and what specimen trees to look at.
Yeah, and go with the deer resistant.
You do have
because why pay all that money for a gorgeous plant just to have it eaten up, right?
So quickly, yes.
All right, so if you need some help in choosing your plants, there's help available?
Some experts, and I would say pick days. Everybody goes on Saturdays to the nurseries. Pick a day that's an off day, take a day off of work, schedule an appointment, and walk the property with an expert. And that's what my wife and I did. We had a great time, and they really showed us all the different aspects, all different trees, specimen trees that were kind of hidden. So there's a lot of fun you can have with that.
And take into consideration how much sunlight you have, how much shade.
That's all things to consider.
How wet it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
And even some things like the tropical plants. They're an annual plant, so you plant them each year, but you could put them in, and it adds a lot of flair, a lot of color to
And what do you have over here? What is this?
This is one of our tropical plants here. This is a hibiscus, and it provides just a really bright, beautiful flower. So that's something that's an option that is something we didn't consider in this area, is to plant a tropical plant in this area, but it's something each season you plant a new one. It's a beautiful look.
And a lot of people keep their tropicals in containers on the patio.
And then bring them in.
And if they get a cold night, you can bring it in because they really cannot tolerate those overnights that are chilly. All right, let's talk about some other outdoor features. One of them is lighting. That can add a lot of drama.
That's a huge thing that we now do in almost every garden. The garden is a place where even when you have a day where you can really spend in the garden working, to sit back at the end of the day and just watch it all come alive. The color, the drama you could add because you have that dark backdrop, and you can really highlight the specimen plants, the topiaries, the trees, also statues.
Now, what did you bring in lighting? I see this one over here.
This is one of our path light. This is an uplight. So the trends in lighting, LED obviously, energy efficient lighting, things that disappear and blend in. We're typically not going with the decorative, crazy looking fixtures, but things that really you don't even notice during the day, and then at night they pop and you really get to see them. So it's beautiful.
It really is beautiful. What about colored lights? Are you seeing any of those?
That's starting to become more of a trend. We did some international travel, and you see it a lot more overseas, and it's starting to come and work its way into